For everybody who has been interested, you know what my next game is. We're going to play Star Control 2. It's the Ur-Quan Masters. And, of course, it's the 3DO open stream version of it. Works with gamepad. I will crush it. Yes, thank you, DRS. I'll go back to it. Just not yet on stream. It's a 3DO port. They made it free. And, like, this is legitimately open source. This is the Ur-Quan Masters port. Hold on. Credits. So this has been in development for years, apparently. It's weird. It has no mouse support. A secret love affair with a 3DO? Do you own one? Okay. Nothing's mapped, is it? There we go. It's got so many options here. Playing it windowed, that's fine. Scaling. Scan lines disabled. Compatibility options with the 3DO. I own one, but I sold it like any idiot. My buddy who also sold it off. Oh wow, yeah, because you figured no more games are being made for it, so let's get rid of it. Let's get out of there. All right, let's change this up. I gotta change my screen. Star Control 2. Ur-Quan Masters. PCO 3DO. Leave it at that. Let's save the universe. I'm gonna stream it on the retro. Let's see how many people we get there. Nope. There we go. Updated. Turn Fire for the 3DO was amazing. Yes, it was. I've heard of it. Never played it. The only person nobody I knew had a 3DO. For some reason, in the middle of Macy's, like in their men's department, there was a 3DO on display, and I would go to the mall like every other day after school practically, and I would find that 3DO and I would just play it. They had Rayman. What else did they have? They had a couple other games too, but somebody in our group has to have a 3DO. Static, slave shields, cutscenes, slide, scroll style, menu style is text. Line. What would it not be? Pictograph? Nah. Also, let me know if this game is too loud. I keep lowering the volume. I don't know if it's going to be everybody's cup of tea. Senor Hefe 1 uses points on the channel to select this game. It is a very good game. Emilio also played it. Advanced options, configure controls. This is what I want to know. Arrows. WASD and joystick 1. Use this method. Actually, let's go with arrows. Edit controls. Pretty easy. Up, down, left, right. Got the arrow keys here. Weapon is right control. Special is shift and escape. What does that do? Okay. Start the game. Best Electronics Store always had one, but I wasn't rich enough of blood to buy one. I wish I was like smart enough to buy them when they announced they're no longer making them. Apparently Russia's working on a secret 3DO emulator. Sinitar had it in his channel once, playing with it. I'm sure it's going to be used against the United States in some kind of cyber warfare. Just kidding. It took me long enough to get a damn SNES, let alone a 3DO. It took me forever to get a Genesis, and then one of my friends just gave me one. He's like, here you go. I'm like, oh my god, I wanted one since high school. Quit setup menu. Okay, new game. Here we go. 3DO to the PC. Got it at Best Buy, super cheap when it was on clearance. Then I sold it. Oh wow. Should've gotten a Dreamcast when they went out of sale. Okay, this game is from '92. That free and open source community in 2002. So they've been working on this since 2002. Just fans of the game. There were many great battles. Earth and her partners in the Alliance of Free Stars against the evil Ur-Quan and its hierarchy of battle thralls. And the Ur-Quan were winning. Meanwhile, on the edge of the known frontier, an amazing discovery was made. Far beneath the surface of an unexplored alien world. This is like the year 2500 something. A huge underground city. Ooh. Filled with the technological wonders of an advanced alien race, the Precursors. Who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. Then the main Ur-Quan fleet broke through the Alliance defensive line. Isolating the planet, stranding the scientists 100 light years away from Earth. They waited hopefully for a rescue vessel, which never came. So Earth basically got enslaved. 20 years have passed. We, the survivors of the research mission, have colonized this world. Continue our investigation of the underground city. And we have discovered its purpose. It is a factory. It took them 20 years to figure out it was a factory. Factory for building starships. Oh, okay, so now they could come home. There aren't enough materials to make a complete vessel. Only get like half a vessel? The ship from Event Horizon. We can finish only the skeleton of this one starship. That must be enough. Because you must captain the vessel. And return to Earth. To travel the great distance, you must push through into hyperspace. Find out what happened over many years. Tell Earth of our plight. And if the war with the Ur-Quan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can. Okay. Here we are. Here's our star system. Give me a second. I'm going to take a second break, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is it. So we're on a spaceship. This is like really primitive, this game. So, especially for a 3DO game. We're trying to get to Earth. Of course, Earth is the third planet from the sun. We're gonna go right there. It's really old school, as you can see, and that's why I think a lot of people may be turned off by it, but it's gonna be fun. Get to meet all these early alien races. Look, we're already being greeted.
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of the Ur-Quan. You are trespassing within Ur-Quan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason, nor will hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Ur-Quan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Ur-Quan. Disobedience will be punished.
Okay, so the story goes like this, Vert. This game was made back in 1992. It was released on the 3DO, and then it was open sourced and published to the PC again. There is a Star Control 2, but it doesn't have any of the voice acting. Clearly in 1992, I would think that, well, the game says copyright 1992. I would think it was 94, 95 when it came out on the 3DO. They had CD technology, so they were able to put in all the voice acting, which is why they ported it over. It's a very good port. Basically, Earth, as you see it, is red with this shield around it. It's been enslaved by the aliens we just talked to. So we're gonna end up meeting all these interesting different alien races, and eventually we're gonna try to liberate Earth. This was one of the games one of the channel viewers picked, and it's a fine choice, I think, for PC game. You were asking last night what retro systems I own. I'm more like retro PC.
I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel. Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat, are you the resupply vessel?
I love Retro PC, just wish more games were playable. They are. If you go to GOG.com, Good Old Games, a lot of them, they've pretty much made them available still. Gonna build me a Windows 98 machine? You could do that. I mean, look, this is basically a 3DO DOS hybrid, and it's running in Windows 10. So, there are fixes for games. If you go to PCGaming Wiki, you could find ways to run games. They'll tell you. But, it is hard if you just own the game and you don't have like a new version off of GOG.com. Some of them are so cheap it's worth rebuying. Okay, so no, this is the Starship Vindicator, but we stand ready to assist you. Nobody understands that we have a ship that's made from a design that nobody's ever seen before on that planet we were on, that we colonized. So we made that ship, so they're all like, what are you flying?
The Starship what? Never mind, look, we won't last much longer. Here's our situation. According to our oath of fealty to the Ur-Quan, we must maintain the starbase, but we have no space vessels of our own. And the shield prevents us from contacting Earth, so we're totally dependent on the Ur-Quan supply vessels for everything we need up here. We know there's a hierarchy base on the surface of the moon, but we can't contact them. The Ur-Quan were supposed to resupply the base at regular 5-year intervals, but we haven't received anything in almost 8 years. What we don't recycle, we can usually synthesize, but to do so, we need replacement radioactives for our generator energy cores. If you could bring us some radioactive elements, we can fabricate the cores ourselves. Are you willing to help us?
It still says God Hand on the screen, I realized. Turn that off. Yeah, we could help them. See, Earth's enslaved. They never resupplied the space station, so we leave now to find elements you require.
Thanks, I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
With death. Like, I have a Steam version of Dark Forces. I cannot for the life of me get to run full screen. So weird things like that, and I wish I could plug in an old CRT. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, definitely. Steam is good with old games, but GOG.com is a lot better for old games. If you want to play new games, they're better supported, obviously, on Steam and on any other platform. But I always get my old games from GOG.com. They have very good support. And a lot of the games, like Star Wars Battlefront 1, the original one that was on the PC, from like 2000 whatever, early 2000s, that actually got an update the other day. So they're updating them. What I like about GOG. Alright, so we gotta go to Venus, right? Is that it? Yeah, great game indeed. Dark Forces is pretty cool too. No, he said Mercury, that's where he told us to go. Let's go to Mercury here. Planet closest to the sun. Okay. The somewhat educational game teaches you about the solar system, I guess. Okay, entering planetary orbit. Let's scan the planet first. Auto-scan it for everything. Okay, let's dispatch a crew to the planet, and we're gonna pick up a lot of what's on the ground. There they go. Picking up elements, nickel. Silver. Really uranium we need, but that's it. Okay, let's try it again. I don't think I got everything I needed. This should be uranium. Right? Yeah, there we go. I think this ship can only hold a certain amount or it has to return. Okay. There we go. Scan, navigate. GOG is a nice weekend sale going on right now. I'll have to check it out. I end up spending way too much money on GOG. I have so many games on GOG that I need to play. Like, every time I say I'm going to stream this game, that game, like, never happens. I get caught up in a new game and... Okay. Hurt. Hold on. Star map. How do I get back to where that base was? Not on the map. So maybe we weren't by Earth before. We were by Mars? Is that it? know that's Mars. Like, I know the solar system. Why did it not take me to the Earth screen? Oh, it's gonna get even worse. So, itch.io had a bundle for racial inequality and justice, and they gave you 1,600 games with that bundle. Picked it up. I could help out the charity, obviously, not because I wanted all those games. I'm not going to sit here putting all 1,600 games into the backlog. But there were some good ones in there. And some, you know, probably like class projects, but I do want to check them out. There we go. So maybe one day, every now and then in between games, I'll go on to stream and I'll just play like numerous games from that collection. Some of these games are like an hour long, half an hour long, and they're pretty good.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
Octodad was on there, Nuclear Throne was on there, which I want to play. Yeah, Octodad indeed. I even got this really cool program that came with it that's called like, called Tape, T-A-P-E, and it's basically a program manager, or task manager, so you can put your tasks in there and it'll organize it, which is really cool. I needed something like that locally on my desktop. So whenever I come up with an idea for Twitch and for streaming that I want to do, I throw it in there and then I actually remember it and do it. See how long that lasts while I use it. We're ready to transfer radioactives. What will you give us in exchange for radioactives? They don't got nothing. Let's just
We're initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores, there, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain?
Let's tell them who we are. I am Captain Zelnick of the Starship Vindicator. We are survivors of the Star Control Science Research Team from the Vela Star System.
Star Control Science Mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it.
I need to explain a few things.
Okay, what do you want to know?
To begin with, what is the purpose of the starbase? The mission was highly secret. Let's go ask him about the starbase.
Ur-Quan slave law requires that we maintain an orbital space platform to assist hierarchy vessels which are in need of repairs or fuel. Since the shield around the Earth cuts us off completely from the planet, we're dependent on the Ur-Quan resupply ships for our non-renewable resources. The resupply vessels are supposed to arrive every 5 years, at which time the Ur-Quan somehow penetrate the shield and exchange those of us up here with replacement personnel from the surface.
Hey. Thanks for the alert, DRS. We're gonna end the stream pretty soon. I just wanted to do this one mission just to show everybody what the game is like, Star Control. It's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Then again, some people are gonna love it. It'll be different. After this, we're gonna go back and play Hitman Contracts, so... there you go, we'll switch it up. God Hand will be on the shelf for now. This mission was highly secret.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Androsynth Space. The Vela Star System, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
We have returned to Earth to give you the technological secrets of the precursors and to help you with your fight against the hierarchy.
Ah, fight the Ur-Quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. Though day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Ur-Quan masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology, we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Ur-Quan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Ur-Quan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
Alright, we're gonna go neutralize the alien base on the moon. That's our first mission. What details can you give us about the base around the moon? On the moon? We shall now neutralize the base. Let's ask him about
After
it.
the Ur-Quan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the Earth to keep watch on our planet and confirm that they were obeying the Ur-Quan slave laws. I'm certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of alien broadcasts.
We shall now go and neutralize the base. Can you tell me more about the hierarchy base on the moon? Let's go
Be careful,
neutralize.
Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathia looters and Ilrath Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you'd better have your weapons armed and your thrusters burning hot.
Alright, let's go to the moon. Make that our last mission for the night. This is basically what the game is. You talk to people, you run missions, you discover new alien races. You're going to be trading, you're going to be bartering, you're going to have to run scout missions to look at planets, stuff like that. It's pretty cool, and it's considered one of the better older games of its time. Let's scan the surface of the moon. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but there are some hardcore fans of this, and I hope I appreciate it on the level that they do. So, biological. We do a biological scan. Where the people are, energy, mineral. Where are we gonna go? Dispatch. I have a feeling something on the surface here. Yep. Report from the surface, we have discovered an alien base and have explored its interior. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Sinitar has never played it, but Camilio has played it, and Senor Hefe 1 was the one who told me about it. Basically got me to play it. I'm looking forward to it too. It's very old school. The installation must have been abandoned many years ago, but great care has been taken to make it appear active. Life support systems are functioning, fusion generators are at full output, and robotic construction vehicles have been programmed to roam the lunar surface, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. In addition, we have found the installation's hyperwave locked-in transmit mode, endlessly playing the same alien recordings. Although we cannot translate the message, our Xenotech Ensign Rigby believes the message is some kind of alert or Mayday broadcast. The base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can and bring it aboard immediately. End of report. Okay. We did take out one of those landers, but... is there any other energy on the moon? No. No other energy. We took everything that was there. Let's dispatch, not to the surface, but rather let's navigate. Okay. Go report back to our friend over here, the space station.
Have you dealt with the base yet?
We found the base, but it was abandoned years ago.
I'll be darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
I hate when people pass by blasting music.
Fetid breath of the dark twin Kazon, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Ur-Quan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armored starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Ur-Quan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
Alright, so we have a new alien race and they're threatening us. We're gonna have to take them out in combat, but what do we ask them? Where the hell did you come from? The art pleasure blasting your ugly face out of the stars. Surrender your alien creature, foul alien creature, or you will be annihilated. Look, let's be reasonable. We can coexist peacefully. No, we can't.
Since you will soon be dead, I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the Pakunk. They are a pitiful, easily killed species. And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dogar and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed the Jiglass constellation and set course for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the Ur-Quan drone. It informed us about you, so here we are. And now, you die.
Prepare to die. But a Bakonk's an alien race I've seen other people play with. We're going to take this smaller ship. Yeah, if you read any reviews, they say this is the best version. It is free open source, and it's a port of the 3DO. Basically, the code for Star Control 2 is free. So anybody wants to play it, they could. If you look up Star Control 2 open source, you'll find the website for it online. It has all voice acting. I don't think the regular game has any voice acting. This is the 3DO version. Alright, we blew him up. We take any damage?
What a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in
Yeah, this is what I'm
Captain.
playing.
So my
The
last
Ur-Quan
reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Ur-Quan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain?
Then, Commander, we proceed to kick some major alien butt.
Yes, Captain. We'll do just that. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
What should we call our alliance? New Alliance of Free Stars? The Concordance of Alliance Nations? That sounds horrible. Can? United Federation of Worlds. The Empire of Zelnik. UFW. Let's go with that.
That has a familiar ring to it. Nonetheless, we'll make it so. The United Federation of Worlds. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
Okay, I'm gonna build a starbase.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Alright, so he's going to be helpful for us. As you can see, our ship, which you can see on the right side there, it has fuel rating of 8 and 50 crew members. It's not a lot. We're going to grow that capacity eventually, and I think we might get new ships. I've never played this game before. This is my first time playing it blind. I've seen Senor Jefe 1 play it, or the newer version of the game. I've seen him play it, and I've also seen Camilio play it. So I think we're pretty much done here for this stream. I'm going to raid somebody in a second, but let's just ask him. Commander, I have mineral salt for him. There we go. What do we get for
The
him?
more minerals you bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Ur-Quan.
Okay. Before proceeding, I need some additional background information.
Farewell, Captain.
He doesn't have any. Okay. That's it. Farewell, Captain. Outfit the starship, depart starbase, starbase commander, shipyard. Alright, I'll figure this all out offline. How do we save this game? Save it here, I think. Empty slot, there we go. So, probably should have named it. There you go. Alright, well, that's Star Control. We're going to start it in detail next stream. I don't know when my next stream is going to be. It'll probably be on Thursday, I'm thinking. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. I gotta see how my work week goes. So either Monday or Tuesday, I'll put up the schedule. It's been fun hanging out with everybody tonight. Sorry God Hand came to an abrupt end like that. I could not fight that giant insect. If I was getting close to beating him, I would keep trying, but I think I'm going to go back and replay that game on easy one day. It's the way to go. It's gotta be. Also check out the new Fist of Gods North Star game. Thanks for the stream, good night. Good night, Zerodine. Let's quickly raid somebody. I don't think we'll stay on too long. Well, good night myself. Father's Day tomorrow. Have a happy Father's Day if you're a dad. Enjoy the day as best you can, given the circumstances. Stay safe out there. Who's online? Hi, Tiguru. Have a good day, actually. This is probably like morning by you. Okay. We finished playing God Hand. Let's go watch somebody play Bloodborne. Another tough game. Stay for the raid. We're going to raid Eclipse, who's playing Bloodborne. I think on the PS4. It's the only way to play it, right? Bye, everyone. Appreciate it. I'll let everybody know where my next stream is going to be. Think of Thursday, possibly. Later.